And welcome back to our community. This half, we are speaking with Britt Cooper, who is Director of Choruses for the Canton Symphony Chorus. Good morning.
Good morning.
First question, out of the box, what is different? We spoke yesterday from people from VOCE. Yeah. What's different between Voices of Canton and the Canton Symphony Chorus?
Mm-hmm. Canton Symphony Chorus is a unique ensemble in that it has a very finite mission, which is to sing music that is concerted, music with orchestra. And we sing exclusively with the Canton Symphony Orchestra. The group does a couple of performances by itself during the course of a year, but the overwhelming majority of its responsibilities are to sing in concerts with the Canton Symphony Orchestra, usually in Umstadt Hall. And so that gives us a very different mission than a group like VOCE, which is sort of a standalone group that does a variety of different programs during the course of the year. You know, they'll do Broadway shows, and they'll do standalone chorus concerts, and they do a much more varied program throughout the year, whereas a group like us, we have a very centered, focused mission, and that mission sort of distinguishes us, and it makes us different from VOCE, and that's good for both ensembles because it brands us both separately.
Very cool. All right, well, I know that Rachel just told us about a wonderful Holiday Pops concert coming up, but she was focusing on the one that's taking place at Umstadt Hall. So I understand that there's more than one performance of this and in different locations. What else can we look forward to?
There's going to be a concert on the 16th of December in Greene that is going to involve the Canton Symphony Chorus. We will also have the Greene High School Choir as a guest, as a part of that concert, too. That will be held at the chapel up in Greene.
Nice. Now, you wear a lot of hats. I know that this isn't the only thing you do. Tell us about what else you do in our community.
Well, I'm the Director of Choral Activities at Walsh University, and so I direct 2 choirs there, and I have administrative responsibilities at Walsh University, too. As Chair of Division of Fine and Performing Arts, I actually supervise music, art history, drama, museum studies, and some other things too. So I now have sort of an administrative hat, and then when they let me, I get away and I get to go make music. So, but I still get to direct my 2 choirs, and that's sort of still the passion of my life and the thing that I really get excited about.
Well, I'm sure Walsh has some wonderful Christmas events coming up. Do you want to plug those?
Absolutely. We have a concert on Friday, December 4th. We are doing a Christmas Lessons and Carols concert on that date. It's at 7 o'clock. It's a free concert on the campus of Walsh University. And we have built a tradition of doing lessons and carol services, traditional lessons and carol services. And our ensembles are known for doing a wide variety of music. We do a lot of traditional classical music, traditional Christmas music, but then we will also throw in African music, and we'll throw in music from other cultures, and we'll throw in gospel pieces and spirituals and other contemporary things, and really diversify the experience so that people, no one's going to be bored coming to a Walsh University choir concert. We really try to mix it up a lot.
Absolutely. No, indeed. Won't be bored at all. It's pretty exciting, and isn't it amazing for a community of this size to have this many amazing cultural experience? I just always stand in awe of all the wonderful options to go to really celebrate the Christmas season.
Absolutely. One of the things that those of us who are involved in those performances often lament is that we end up booking our own performances at a time where we can't see somebody else's, because invariably this year Malone's concerts and our concerts don't coincide.
That's great.
And that's actually very unusual, so people could actually experience both. But usually the first weekend in December is very, very crowded. The second weekend in December is very, very crowded. But the wonderful news is that the audiences to all of those events are always very, very robust, and there are a lot of things to choose from. But people go to all of those events, and we usually have between 800 and 900 at our concert, and I'm sure that Malone's concerts are going to be very well attended as well.
Well, particularly since you say that this year they don't conflict.
Yes.
So people can go hear the carols and the traditions that you annually do.
Mm-hmm.
And then I understand that they're going to be doing the Messiah.
That's right.
So, wow, what a great, perfect, full circle, get it all by going to both of those concerts.
Absolutely
That sounds
true.
wonderful. Let's find out more about you, Britt. We're speaking with Britt Cooper. He is with the Canton Symphony Chorus. And what brought you? What's been your story? What got you from there to here?
Well, I actually spent a little bit of my growing up years in this area. I actually went to Lake High School up in Uniontown, Ohio. But I spent most of my young years in the South. My parents I grew up down there. I grew up down there. And I did all of my music degrees down there. And then when it came time to do the job search that you do when you decide you're going to teach college, you send 50 applications everywhere across the United States in hopes that you might get a couple of interviews. And as fate would have it, one of the places that ended up interviewing me was 5 minutes from where I went to high school.
How perfect.
It was completely bizarre. And so I now, not only do I recruit from the high school that I once attended, but my former high school choir director now sings in my choir.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she's
with the Canton Symphony.
With the Canton Symphony Chorus, yes.
Oh,
Marissa
my
DeCesare, who was the director at Lake High School, is now singing in my choir.
And I'm sure she takes full credit.
She takes all the credit, as she should. And it was a hysterical audition experience. We stared at each other and went, "This is completely wrong. I should not be auditioning you for anything." But we got through it, and she's having a great time singing in the choir.
Did you have a little fun with her at that audition?
Oh,
like,
sure.
I don't know if you can quite cut the mustard.
Yeah, we had a good time with it. It was really cool.
Now, where in the South did you grow up and go to school?
I grew up I was born in Augusta, Georgia. I spent most of my growing up years in various parts of North Georgia, Atlanta, Athens. But I also did my degrees at larger schools. I did a degree at the University of Alabama, another degree at the University of South Carolina. And I did a little bit of teaching down there. I actually taught high school for 3 years down there before doing my doctorate. So I bounced around quite a bit, but have found a very happy home here in Northeast Ohio, and am making music in multiple guises and multiple forms all the time, everywhere.
How rewarding is it to be working with young people?
Oh, that's the fun part. I just got done doing a high school honor choir where I got to work with about 150 high school kids, and from 7 or 8 local schools. And it's energizing. I worked with them for 8 hours, and at the end of it, I still had energy to spend, and it wasn't because I'm all that healthy or anything else. It's because those kids gave me so much energy. And we get that sort of experience when we do these Holiday Pops concerts because we end up working with other high schools. We're going to be working with Sandy Valley High School and Northwest High School this year. Choirs from those two groups are going to be joining the symphony chorus for this Holiday Pops concert in Umstadt. And that's a lot of fun. It's a great opportunity not only to work with them, but it's also an extraordinary opportunity to share the experience of singing with an orchestra, the quality of the Canton Symphony Orchestra. We end up trying to engage as many local schools and as many local choirs as we can in that process. The Canton Symphony Chorus is never quite big enough to do major works on our own. We almost always pull in extra other ensembles to collaborate on our larger work. So when we do Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, we're pulling in college choirs.
Right.
We used Walsh University and Mount Union last year. And a couple of years ago when we did the Mahler Second Symphony, we actually had 4 college choirs singing with our ensemble, so we had about 250 singers. So we are always looking to collaborate, and we're always looking to try to create opportunities for other people, other young people to have the experience of singing with an orchestra, because it's an experience that is hard to describe until you experience it. These are amateur singers, these are non-professional singers who are engaging in an opportunity to make professional quality music with an orchestra, and it's just an astounding experience
and
for them.
no shortage of talent when you consider all the colleges and universities in this
Absolutely.
area, right here in this county.
Yes, yes. We have College of Worcester, Mount Union, Malone, have all at various points sung with the orchestra. Choruses from Kett have sung with the orchestra. Walsh University has as well, and so we've been able to really take advantage of all of those ensembles, but we've really been able to spread that wealth and get as many. We try. We're very careful when we're programming Holiday Pops concerts, for example, when we use high school choirs, to try to reach out geographically to other parts of the area, but just engaging different schools. We've gone south, we've gone north. We've really tried to create an opportunity for as many high schools as possible to have that experience.
Mm-hmm. Well, for your chorus, singing with the Canton Symphony Orchestra, now we don't want to miss any of these wonderful programs that you've got on tap for us. So remind us, what are the dates, what's coming up, so we can not miss any.
We have a concert on Friday the 4th of March. That is going to be a chorus alone concert at Christ Presbyterian Church in downtown Canton. Mm-hmm. We are still working on the rep for that concert, but it will probably be a lot of a cappella literature. We might take advantage of the beautiful organ in that space and do some things that are appropriate to that. And then at the end of April, I'm off the top of my head, I'm going to struggle, but I believe it's maybe April the 24th, we're doing a Masterworks concert with the chorus, along with the Walsh University Chamber Singers. And those two groups together will sing two pieces. We're doing a piece called Lux Aeterna by Morton Lauridsen, which is a contemporary work, which is absolutely gorgeous, of about 25 minutes. And then we're going to do the Polovetzian dances of Alexander Borodin.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And of course, the dates real quickly coming up of all the Holiday Pops.
December 6th, Sunday, December 6th at 3 o'clock at Umstadt, and December 16th in Green.
Wonderful. You can also go to cantonsymphony.org. Will they find your information there as well?
Yes, they will.
Britt Cooper, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for joining us for Our Community.